What is going on, my stock market bulls and bears? It is your boy Terry Stonkers, and welcome to my channel, baby, by the dip. Alright guys, in today's video we got to come back and touch base on this ticker symbol JCS. I've been getting messages. What is going on? What's the ex-dividend date? It's all up in the air, but we got the official. It is what we think it is. It looks like October 18th is going to be the official day. So we're going to go read the article together and cover all that. But before we go over the article, because you've probably seen the article, I want to give you some information that no one else is really talking about. That JCS is actually in the top 10 of the Fintel short squeeze score candidate stocks. So let's go over here. I'm in the premium Fintel version, guys. Now, this is going to be interesting. So as you can see, the short interest is only 300,000 shares. It's only a 4%, 4% of the float. Our short squeeze score is a 93.45, guys. We are ranked number 8. Number 8 out of 5,544 stocks. And we're like, why are we number 8? There's not really much volume on this stock. Now, as you can see, there is 0 shares left to lend, borrow, short at this leading prime brokers. There is no shares left. The last feed was 20.9%. And look at the volume, though. I mean, the FINRA volume, like today, was only 300,000 shares. Monday was 232,000. Back when this initially happened, they announced the dividend. You can see the volume did hit over 1 million, but it never usually hits 300,000-400,000 on a regular volume day on the FINRA. And it's a low volume stock. But here's what I want to reiterate again on this stock. If we go here and look at even the short transactions, guys, there's not a lot. I could do a couple scrolls and go the whole way back to the 23rd. There's honestly not a lot of short transactions. So you're like, Terry, what in the heck's going on? Why is this stock so low? If you didn't see my last video on JCS, go check it out. But we're going to touch base on that video. So as you can see, this is a low float stock. And here's what I want to show you guys. The shares outstanding. It did change from my last video at 9.7 million shares outstanding. This here says the institutional shares, the big totes, are holding over 6 million of those shares. And they hold over 62.64%. So that leaves around, what was that, 37.36%. 36.36%, I think my math's right, 38%. Roughly about 38% left there, guys. So keep that in mind. There's only 38% of the shares out in the open market. Now there's people like you and me, retail investors holding it. There is some shorts in it. And just them having only 4% of the shorting the stock, 4% is a huge deal when there's only like 38% of the shares left in the public float. And as you can see here, by just doing a quick number, there's about 3.6 million shares on the open market. If institutionals keep buying this up, there's just not much on the open market. And all it takes is one day for Reddit to pick up on this, and boom, this stock could go crazy. So yes, this is a risk. The stock was coming down today. We're going to go take a look at that as well. But real quick, here's the last video I did, guys. It was back on the 24th, showing you guys. You can see JCS stock. It was Fintel's 15th short squeeze score, and here's why, and about the 3.50 dividend. There you can see the total shares outstanding back then was 9.4 million. I'm not sure why it went up about 300,000 shares, but maybe they issued some out for, someone hiring people and things like that. The big totes held over 6 million of those shares, and there was about 3.3 million shares left. Now it's about 3.6 or 3.8 million shares left. It was about 35% left up between the shorts and retail investors and stuff. So as you can see now, we're up to around 38%, I think we came up with on this. Let me go back here. Yeah, around 38% just to round it off. So very interesting here, guys. Now, people talking about the dividend. Let's go talk about that real quick. All you got to do is here, go to Google, type in JCS stock. We're going to do this together. You click on over here in the About. This is their website. And let me get this box adjusted here. Right there, highlighted in bright across the top, special dividend, Ex-dividend date, October the 18th. There's a box for details. I'm going to get my box adjusted back, and we're going to click on that box. Boom. Here is going to be the article, guys. It says special dividend, ex-dividend date, October 18th. Here's what I don't like. I'm going to be honest. I don't like how they didn't really come out and announce this in like some kind of press release that this changed. It's just kind of on the website. I mean, they did put it out there, but I think they could have did a little better job and, advertise this a little better, because there may be people selling out and not realizing the true date. So here it is. On September 13, 2021, CSI issued a press release announcing its board of directors had declared a special dividend of $3.50 per share payable on October 15, 2021 to CSI shareholders of the record at the close of the business on September 30th. Because the dividend exceeded 25% of the market price on the day we announced the dividend, we have been advised by the NASDAQ that the ex-dividend date will be October the 18th, the first business day after October 15th of the payment date. Our paying agent processes dividends based on the September 30th record date, and then Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation will handle situations where the stock trades hands after the record date and prior to the ex-dividend date. So, as the issuer, CSI does not control this process, and we will not give any legal advice about market rules. We recommend you to contact your market professional or contact Mr. Neil Blake or of the NASDAQ. And they gave a phone number here, 203-926-3518, with any questions you may have about this process. So it does seem you have to hold shares before the close of the business date, September 30th. So you got to have your shares before the close of the 30th, guys. The 30th here is going to be Thursday. So before the market closes, you better buy your shares if you want to be qualified for the 350 divvy. That's right, the 350 divvy. You got to have the shares before Thursday close. So just if you're interested in the dividend and you just want to play it safe, just go ahead and purchase them now. I'm not telling you to do that, but if you want to be guaranteed the dividend, you would need to purchase before the 30th, before the close. And it is a little confusing because it does say that you must hold through October the 18th, but they're paying the dividend on October the 15th. And it's like, what? So here's what I'm thinking it could be. I could be wrong, guys. Like I said, this article it's kind of confusing, but we're trying to make sense of it. I want to be clear with you guys on this. So it looks like they're going to pay the dividend on the 15th if you qualify. If you have the shares before September 30th, Thursday, before the business close, so before probably 4 o'clock when the market closes, they're going to pay you the dividend on the 15th, but you still must hold through the 18th. So let me pull up the calendar here real quick. And October 15th looks like they're going to pay the dividend on a Friday, which is, you know what, the more I sit here and think about it, it's kind of good because they're going to pay the dividend on a Friday, but you still must hold through the 18th. So you probably are not allowed to sell through the 19th. And if you sell on the 18th, they may take that dividend back. That could be possible. But they may want to do that because of the possible huge sell-off. They want people to have money, maybe to buy the dip. So that's another theory. Just want to throw it out there as well. So a lot of information in this video. We got the short squeeze possibility. It's ranked number 8. I mean, that just really there, guys, it's kind of nice to see this. There is a little bit of variable to this. I don't know. Like I said, all it takes is just some people to pick up on this information. Only about 3 million shares on the open market with more institutions buy this. Only 9 million shares, guys, on the open market. That is nuts. So let's just look at that beautiful one more time. 9.7 million shares on the open market, and over 6 million are held by big institutions. So this is all sourced by Capital IQ. So that is the update. I plan on holding. I have a small position. I will disclose I have only 100 shares, guys. I knew this thing was a gamble, so I'm only willing to gamble 100 shares. We'll probably get the 350 divvy, and we'll probably get back down to the $6 range. So we're going to break even. But I may hold these 100 shares through the merger and just see what happens. I'm kind of gambling on it because I know I'm going to get 350 back on the return. and I can let the shares do what they want. If for some reason it drops down drastic, maybe I'll just throw the 350 into it and see what happens. You know, they may do this down the road and I already have my shares in. So we will see what happens. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. Check out the links down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.